Tony, Shadow, Robert, Mike. Your call's coming up at T-minus 5 minutes. And a ton of news I haven't even gotten to yet. We'll get a quick report also next hour from Phoenix, where we are changed there. And the local libertarians are going to hand out 10,000 copies of Obama Deception, the Obama Deception, to the big rally where the would-be dictator, the puppet, the fake liberal, the supporter of torture, the man who never saw a lobbyist he wouldn't hire to the White House, is going to be speaking. That's coming up. I want to get into how I've been attacked, too, and open the phones up for your take on what YouTube's done. I want to give the phone number out to YouTube and to Google. In fact, more of those last night of their internal phone numbers and emails were supposedly sent to Aaron at Infowars.com. Is Aaron in yet, or was he up until 4 in the morning again, finishing up some secret film I'm about to release? Hey, will you call him or go get in his email and get me those better phone numbers for Google and YouTube, please, or call him and get him in here? I think the answer is just make him not be able to stay up here late and read Thomas Jefferson quotes. We were addicted to those last night. We were reading them for about an hour just for our entertainment and enjoyment. That's what we do around here. I'm going to read some of those today if I have time. I already read a Solzhenitsyn quote. I could read Jefferson for a million years, man. It all just clicks. But going to George Fortitle, who's a YouTube reporter, and he went down to Mexico City. We've had a lot of folks from Mexico City on. Sherry Tenpenny from Mexico, other people from Mexico reporting. And they were all saying a lot more people sick than was being said, a lot more people, and that there were troops running around. It was all scary, but then suddenly it turned out those were just regular flus, regular colds, regular people dying of pneumonia, kind of a mass panic, kind of a War of the Worlds deal where folks were out shooting water towers thinking they were tripod alien creatures, and when Orson Welles did that, kind of the same deal. So George, I remember when I saw a YouTube video where he was freaked out about to go down to Mexico City, already wearing a mask in Southern California. He got there and found out it was a huge hoax. And the show ran out yesterday as we were finishing up. And so tell us exactly what you witnessed. You said just to prove this, you've gone and shot video. I haven't seen your channel lately. But have you posted that or had a chance to where you go into the hospital and take your mask off? Tell us what you saw in Mexico City, George.
Alex, thank you. As you come down here, you have a total sense of fear from what the mainstream media has been telling you about the flu. But as you get here and you start to talk to people, you start to realize more and more that it's just entirely a big charade. And I just got so frustrated one day. I actually have a video of this on my website. I said, I'm going to go into this emergency room, and they had swine flu cases in this hospital. I said, I'm going to go in there, I'm going to take off my mask, and I'm going to hang out in there. And you know what? I did that, and even my taxi driver came with me, and I videotaped it. And, I just wanted to prove to my followers or my listeners that it's a charade. This is the regular flu. People are going in with regular flu. They're not dying in these massive numbers that they're talking about. And even if we had a few hundred deaths here, that doesn't justify shutting down a city of 20 million plus. I mean, it's 20 million people live here.
And that's the key. Let me stop you. That's the key, is that imagine if they're talking about total martial law, forced inoculations, going to level 6 for a few dozen people dying when regular flu kills 250,000 every year conservatively. What is the deal? What is going to happen when there's just a regular flu and it kills thousands? Are they going to use that for martial law takeover as a smokescreen during economic collapse? And yes, that is the number one playbook attack profile. This was a beta test. We know now what their attack profile is going to be. That is, again, let's say they got 5 plays they might pull on us coming up as things collapse. That's the number one play. Kind of like when they keep throwing Hail Marys, that's what this coach is going to do. Well, these guys are running it up the middle with the attack hysteria, and they beta tested this. What were folks saying inside the hospital?
Basically, I didn't really get to talk to them, but when I eventually got to a doctor, and I have a footage on my channel, the hidden camera, talking to a doctor, and I was actually somewhat sick. I think I had the stomach flu, and I went in there as a regular patient. And she basically said in Spanish, people have translated this for me, that it is totally overblown. That, even with my symptoms, my similar flu-like symptoms, I did not have swine flu. I did not have the symptoms. And I believe in the report she talks about that. She talks in detail, like a 10-minute report in Spanish, of what's actually really going on. I mean, it is scary. When you go in there, everyone has masks on. They're carrying people's clothes in red bags.
Well, sir, how do you know you even had stomach flu? I mean, anybody that goes to Mexico for a few days, especially Mexico City, you're going to get Montezuma's revenge. I mean,
you know what? That's probably what it is. I'm taking Bactrim, an antibiotic, which they gave me, and I'm taking Imodium. So I don't know how severe that is.
I mean, sir, I mean, have you ever been to Mexico City before?
Yes.
I mean, did you get a stomachache last time?
No.
All
But
right,
I haven't been here for a long period of time. I mean,
sure.
I mean,
it could be that, or it could be this. We did get confirmed reports from caller after caller and doctors and people in Mexico that a lot of people had stomach-type flu, but this is supposedly respiratory, though, so it's probably just a regular stomach virus. The evidence shows this is a very communicable virus. It's just very mild, but that's what we were saying earlier. It could be that it's going to mutate into something worse because it's clearly designer. So the globalists are evil. We have to say, is this a dummy virus to test spreads, as they have said in papers they wanted to do, a virus that's weak but very communicable to test a very virulent, deadly flu? Or is it going to mutate into something worse or combine with other viruses? The UN's now fear-mongering saying that. So I'm thinking everything from their perspective, their mindset. Your comments on that?
All I have to say, Alex, is my taxi driver is now sick, so he's at home. I mean, I don't believe he has swine flu. I'm getting over whatever I have. It was probably Montezuma's revenge. But I can tell you, as you go into the emergency room, you can see the fear in people's eyes. I mean, if you open the newspapers here, everything is about the influenza. But when you talk to people, they're basically telling you it's a panic. They call it. They even have a name for it. They call it panico. It's like a commonly used term for the government just.
But folks are not worried about that now. They're not worried about the police state. They're not worried about the collapsing economy. They're not worrying about SDRs and the IMF taking Mexico over. They're only worried about the flu or talking about how it shut down their life. Again, a perfect way when revolution's coming to a head to slap it down is to release this. Anything else, sir, from Mexico City?
Real quick, 2 points that I've been hearing from the people here. They wonder why Obama visited, Obama left, and then all the politicians got together for some type of meeting here, and then all of a sudden it hit the streets. Big panic, epidemic. And then the second point is this is timed just with their senator elections in 1 month. And that just kind of put off bells in my head.
Well, there's no doubt, and every Mexican we've talked to from Mexico says they're using it as a smokescreen from all their criminal activity. Okay, well, the website is George for Title. Up on YouTube channel. Hey, what do you think of them banning the Alex Jones channel for showing a news article? When Google is stealing every book on the planet, claiming they own it and digitizing it, flaunting. I mean, it's obviously fair use. Washington Journal does it. All these other TV shows show news articles. I mean, the news shows clip outs. This is asinine crap. And they said if the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette does not remove their DNC takedown order, the site isn't going back up. So I guess, in fact, give me the number to the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. And in fact, I want their number. I'm going to give that out later. I mean, they are a real piece of work. But who's the bigger piece of work, them or YouTube? I mean, think about it. Over 2,000 videos, 1 million views a week. I mean, we were just counting up the weeks. 1 million here, 500,000 there, 1 million here. No way to count up a year and a half with, the last 6 months or so, millions of views a week. My God, this is incredible.
No, Alex, you know what it is? There's groups behind this that are flagging your videos, they're reporting your videos, and they're working in collusion with YouTube to get that site down.
No, they've contacted us. They comment and go, you bastard, we're going to shut you down. We're going to keep filing fake complaints. And so, you know what? I'm going to give YouTube what they want. I'm going to give their stinking phone number out, and I want them called today. I want them called tomorrow. I want them called next week. George, I'm going to let you go. I appreciate your report from there. Maybe we'll get another one from you coming up. Okay, let's take some phone calls, and then next hour I'm going to really detail all this. In fact, let me go ahead and dig up the phone numbers to YouTube. I meant to test these last night. I didn't get around to it, so I'm going to have the guys... test it. Guys, come in here. Here's the numbers. Where did you... Oh, yeah, that's the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. Print that for me. Yeah, the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette is 263-1890. And tell the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, here's the numbers, folks. Let me just give you these. Yeah, go ahead and double check those numbers right there and then put that up on screen. Okay, that's Google in the Bay Area. Okay, YouTube, Google, whatever you want to call it. That's the YouTube campus itself. Anyways, imagine what they've already done to us. They already, within hours of the cops being killed, had the Southern Poverty Law Center that's involved with the ADL at YouTube running things. It's all interconnected. That's been admitted, censoring. They already had the white supremacist shoot some poor cops. He's throwing a fit because his dog was urinating on the ground and mommy told him to get out. Turned out the guy was attacking me on my comment page. They take it. The Southern Poverty Law Center feeds it my name out of hundreds of sites he admittedly had visited to the paper, implies I'm the reason he killed the cops. That's not enough, Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. I show the article and say on air that it's a libel, and you bastards, that isn't enough for you. You got to go file a fake copyright claim. I mean, even in some twisted universe, you could claim we couldn't show articles on air, which is pure bull, under fair use, and everybody does it. C-SPAN, the in the papers show on news in New York, everybody does it. 60 Minutes shows clips of articles. They're not getting rights to that. It's news. Even in a twisted world, if that was okay, you bastards implied that I basically caused the killing. I mean, your hardcore assault on me, working with a private group with the police within hours to attack me. I'm the number one target after cops are killed. Within hours, this is up. Within hours, the same afternoon, the same day. And then that isn't enough. Then you want to shut down my free speech because it was an audio of me criticizing them on the Sunday show, showing their article. I mean, it's not enough for you. You got to ban my speech, you bastards. What is your problem? Are you just demanding to be sued by me? I mean, is this just an absolute obsession of yours? We already had, by pointing out it was a fraud, Raw Story, Daily Cost, and several other papers did retract. The Pittsburgh Post-Gazette wrote 2 articles saying, okay, the white supremacists didn't like Alex. But they never retracted the original story. They just kind of halfway did it. And I talked to the reporter. And he just said, well, I was fed this by the Southern Poverty Law Center. And then they're in the article. I mean, the Southern Poverty Law Center, I know you don't like it that I get up here with the FBI secret memos, and then we get it to the newspapers, and it's in the Rocky Mountain News, and it was in the AP, and it was in the, what's the paper in Salt Lake City Tribune. I know it makes you mad. It came out that we exposed that you were running the white supremacist operation at Elohim City with Tim McVeigh, with Andre Strassmeyer. I know that's upsetting for you, Southern Poverty Law Center. I understand. And you know what? It blew up in your face trying to imply I had the cops killed. People found out about you, didn't they? So we'll just continue to make lemonade out of these lemons you throw at us. You make me sick, though. You make me sick what you did. You make me want to throw up what you did at Elohim City, running that operation, having your people at the top of it. You're disgusting. Sickening filth. They literally peddle all this racism and manipulate and control a lot of these groups. It's been documented many times so that they can demonize free speech in America and do what they're doing to us now and openly ban free speech. You are disgusting. You make me sick. Do you guys call that number? That is Google's number. Okay, you know what? I'm going to give it out next hour. Start your engines, ladies and gentlemen. Start your engines. Get ready. And I want you to call them and be polite and tell them you're going to boycott their sponsors. You're going to take Google ads off your website. If you got websites out there, bunch of crap anyways. I took it off a year ago because I found out how evil Google was. And yeah, it was a financial hit for us, but whatever. By the way, we need to be financially supported. Folks, I put up our emergency broadcast off our prisonplanet.tv servers in high quality a week and a half ago. And last time I checked, it was 20,000+ downloads and over a couple $1,000. How much was it? The point is I put up another video, one of the ones they censored, where I broke down how it was a hoax. And that's costing me a lot of money right now. It's up on Infowars.com. People are like, well, just show all your videos for free. I have to explain how reality works. Number one, we used to have 2 servers for PrisonPlanet.tv members, and at peak times every day it would get slow. Then I added CDNs, 2 CDNs. Well, one of them's got 75 terabytes a month. The other's got 30. We're starting to max those out. I don't even want to tell you how much it cost. I don't know. What is it? 20-something grand now just for those a month. The money's got to come from somewhere. That's why you hear the sponsors and the gold pitching and the water filter pitching. And I only push stuff I believe in anyways. But the point is, I got to spend a lot of my time trying to fork money in here to throw it into the engine. I need fuel. I need you to load bombs on my airframe. I can go in there and bomb the enemy in the info war. I'm a big old stratofortress. I go in every day and bomb the enemy. But I need the bombs. I need the fuel. And it isn't easy, and these crazy people keep emailing me going, you should just have your own YouTube and give it out for free. Do you have any idea how much that would cost? Do you have any idea? I'm not some miser. That's why we've been so successful. Most people would make money in something like this and immediately stick it in their pocket. Not Alex Jones. 95% of the money comes into this operation, goes right back into the guns, right back into the info war weapons, right back into shooting salvos of truth downrange. I got a little fund in case I get sued to defend myself. Got a fund for litigation and people that, go after us. And got a little bit of fun to run a few months of operation costs. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's what matters to me is ideas. That is the currency I'm into, is beating these people. I want to win. I want the truth to come out. And I told you we've entered the maximum danger zone. We are now going mega viral everywhere. We're being hacked, attacked, demonized, slandered, lied about, hit by COINTELPRO from every angle because we are exploding on every front, ladies and gentlemen. We are bringing in a mighty harvest of people waking up. So get a PrisonPlanet.tv membership, $5.95 a month. Get a yearly membership. You get 3 months free. PrisonPlanet.tv. Get a membership just to protest YouTube. And I'll put, if we get enough money coming in, or maybe we can have donor memberships that are like $20 a month if you want to contribute to free videos, because I don't have the money. I mean, you want donors? I've gotten donations before and had contests, and given people prize money with the money, because that's all I spend it on. You want to buy the books, buy the videos, buy the materials at Infowars.com? You want to mail us donations? Yeah, you give me $1,000. That's about, depending on how long the video is, that's about, 20,000 people on a medium-sized video. I mean, it costs money to send out this data. So please donate. Alex Jones, 3001 South Lamar, Suite 100, Austin, Texas, 78704. We need the fuel.